In this video, I shall demonstrate how to write down the obstetrical ultrasound with Doppler ultrasound values. We will select the obstetrical ultrasound with Doppler, put in the name of the patient, and considering that we have already done the Doppler scan, we will add images. Here in this tab, we will select single alive gestation. Then on the biometry tab, here we have available the CRL, BPD, FL, or all the 4 measurements for the headlock method. So as we have already done the ultrasound, we have these measurements available. We will put these measurements. Here the BPD is 56.7. HC is 21.3. AC is 193. And FL is 23.7, 43.7. When we put all these 4 values, the estimated weight according to the headlock is 653. You can just press enter to accept this value, or if you have a different method of measurement in your ultrasound machine, you can put your own value here for the fetal weight. Say for example, your machine tells that it is 750, you can put down 750, and the percentile it tells you about to be 65, then this will be accepted as it is. But if you accept these values, you clear these values and simply press enter, it will accept the values calculated from the headlock 3 method automatically. Then you select the OK and the measurements will be displayed. You can check for whether the LMP is correct or not. You press down here, say for example it's 23 weeks. You put down it here as 18th April 2021 and select it. This will show you the LMP, that if it was 18th April, then the measurement should be 17 weeks and 4 days. Or I'll say for example LMP is in the March, 18th March, and you select this, it will tell you that the LMP is 18th March and it is of 22 weeks gestation, 0 days, and EDD by that is 23rd December, and the weight percentile is at 99. If you want to accept these values and print these values in the ultrasound report, then you have to click on the enter LMP. It will put these values into the report. Now the next tab is placenta. You select the placenta and here you put in the location of the placenta. So for example it's fundal, it's low lying, or it's previa. You can select from here. Maturity of the placenta, grade 1, 2, say for example it's grade 1. If there is any associated chorionic bleed, subchorionic bleed, you select it's acute hypoechoic or chronic hypoechoic and is small. Now the next step is amniotic fluid. Here you will find two things. One is the amniotic fluid index and the lie of the fetus. If you simply put an adequate, it will print out the adequate and cephalic presentation. Or say for example you want to put in the AFI. This AFI is calculated on the basis of a calendar given by perinatology.com. So you put in the value of AFI, say for example it's 7.5, you click OK. It tells you that the ideal value at this gestational age should be 14.6 and the range is from 9.8 to 21.8 and the current value is 7.5, which indicates it to be oligohydramnios. You select the presentation of the fetal head and cephalic. The next tab is velocimetry. You will see that the gestational age that has been calculated by the ultrasound is automatically displayed here, and it will use this value for the measurement, calculation of the RI, PI and various Doppler values. You can also change it to the LMP and you will see that it switches from 23 to 22 automatically if you have already given the LMP in the biometry tab. So we are considering that the LMP and the ultrasound values are almost identical. It's same. We select it by ultrasound and we look at what are the values. Here the RI is 0.77, PI value is 1.4. So we'll put all these values. PI 1.4, RI to be 0.77 and SD ratio value of 4.35. Now the ranges of all of these measurements are also mentioned here, and all of the values what we see here are within normal limits. So all that have been given in this report. Now the next tab is, okay, say considering that if there is a high RI value or high PI value for the given gestational age, patient is suffering IUGR, we will put it the PI value of 2.0. It tells you that the high PI value is noted. Then you will go to MCA, middle cerebral artery PI value. Say for example, we put this PI value as 1.1. It tells that this value is lower than the 5th centile and is also considered abnormal. Here it indicates that the fetus is suffering from IUGR, likely consumed IUGR, where the cerebral blood flow is increased. Now you can also check the cerebral placental ratio. You click on that and it will tell you that cerebroplacental ratio in the umbilical artery is 0.55, and this is also below the 5th percentile. And here by these values you can calculate that the fetus is suffering from IUGR or low blood flow values. IUGR, definitely you have to add the AC values and the percentile values if the weight percentile values are low. I am simply giving you the method how you write down the report. In this specific patient, These values were normal as we have already tested it before giving these values. So the next step is anomaly scan. In the anomaly scan, you can simply click on OK if everything is normal. Say for example, if there is some neurological defect, you will say for example there is hydrocephalus. You remove this check, press OK, go to the neuro and press the hydrocephalus. So this will give you the value that the ventricles are dilated. You can give your own measurement at this point. Say for example, the lateral ventricles are measuring 2.5 centimeter. So we have put in the hydrocephalus as a finding, and in the last step you can see that there is cord. If you see a nuchal cord, you put in yes, it's put in single loop. Then scar thickness, if there is previous cesarean section and you have to mention the scar thickness, you put in that the scar value is 3 mm. Also there is available cervical length, fibroid, biophysical profiles and other. And you will click on the print and it will print the report. Thank you for watching the video.